Do you feel that whoever wins that fight is the superstar of Japan? A lot has been made about the pound-for-pound list. I've been on record saying you're my number 1 pound for pound. But the 3 guys that everyone talks about are you, Alexander Usyk and Terence Crawford. Where do you rank yourself amongst the 3 in the pound-for-pound conversation? Me too. Naoya Inoue's recent proclamation that he stands above Alexander Usyk and Terence Crawford as boxing's true pound-for-pound king has ignited one of the most heated debates in recent boxing history. The Japanese phenom known as the Monster made his bold claim during a revealing sit-down interview on Cigar Talk where he displayed the same quiet confidence that has become his trademark. In the ring, a lot has been made about the pound-for-pound list. I've been on record saying you're my number 1 pound for pound. But the 3 guys that everyone talks about are you, Alexander Usyk and Terence Crawford. Where do you rank yourself amongst the 3 in the pound-for-pound conversation? Me too. What makes Inoue's assertion so compelling and controversial is the timing and context. He's making this statement not after moving up multiple weight classes like typical P4P contenders, but while still campaigning at super bantamweight, 122 pounds, a division that historically struggles for mainstream attention. This speaks volumes about Inoue's self-belief and how he views his own accomplishments relative to boxing's established hierarchy. The depth of Inoue's argument becomes clear when examining his unique career trajectory. Unlike most fighters who gradually build their reputation across weight classes, Inoue has been demolishing elite competition with frightening efficiency since his very first world title at light flyweight 108 lb in 2014. His rapid ascension through 4 weight classes has been marked not by close decisions or controversial wins, but by a string of devastating knockouts that showcase his otherworldly combination of speed, precision, and concussive power. When Inoue speaks about being P4P number 1, he's referencing this decade-long dominance where he's made world-class fighters look ordinary. His recent first-round demolition of Emmanuel Rodriguez, the complete dismantling of Stephen Fulton, and the systematic breaking down of Marlon Tails weren't just wins. They were statements that transcended weight classes. Breaking down Inoue's technical superiority reveals why his P4P claim carries weight. His punching accuracy statistics border on absurd, landing an average of 48% of his power shots, compared to the 35 to 40% norm for elite fighters. This surgical precision stems from his ability to read opponents' rhythms within the first few rounds, then time his attacks to millimeter perfect placement. Unlike heavy hitters who rely on wild swings or volume punchers who overwhelm with activity, Inoue's knockouts come from calculated, economical violence. His footwork creates angles that shouldn't exist for a fighter with his power, allowing him to land his signature left hook to the liver from positions where opponents expect a headshot. This technical mastery forms the foundation of his P4P argument that his skills would translate to any weight class because they're based on timing and IQ rather than physical advantages. The psychological warfare Inoue wages before fights further bolsters his case for supremacy. Opponents frequently speak about the unnerving experience of facing him, and there was moments in his career where he had like an aura of invincibility. One of his last fights, he was dropped. Does that give you like a sense of like, hey man, if that person can do it, I can do it too. It gives me a sense of he's human. Like no one's invincible. Brother, no one. You get caught in the right shot, bro. Like look at me, I never got him dropped as an amateur in sparring as a pro, and I got dropped by a dude who didn't hit hard because the guy did not hit hard, but he just caught me with a good shot right here in the temple, and I just went down not just because of his power, but because of his eerie calmness under fire, where most fighters show tells or emotional tells during exchanges and maintains the same focused expression whether he's delivering or absorbing punishment. This mental Fortitude was forged during his grueling childhood training under his father, Shingo Inoue, who implemented a Spartan regimen that emphasized repetition and discipline over natural talent. The younger Inoue has described these sessions not as harsh, but as necessary, a philosophical approach that's shaped his methodical destruction of opponents. When he steps into the ring, he carries not just his own skills, but the accumulated knowledge of a lifetime studying boxing's nuances. Comparing Inoue's dominance to Usyk's heavyweight achievements reveals the core tension in P4P debates. Usyk's undisputed championship at cruiserweight followed by his conquest of the heavyweight division represents one of boxing's great accomplishments. Usyk, yes, I think he's incredible. Incredible. I mean, I've watched every one of his fights. That dude is on such a different level. He's smaller than everybody. He's fighting giants. He's fighting giants. When you're fighting a guy who's 60 pounds heavier with 10 ounces 12-ounce gloves, it makes such a world of difference trying to, especially when the guy is Anthony Joshua, you know. But please understand, Usyk fought at I think 75 when he started out. He's not a big guy. He's like 225, 230 as a heavyweight. 220 not even. Not big. His victories over Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury required him to overcome massive size disadvantages while outboxing naturally bigger men. However, Inoue's supporters argue that his consistent ability to render elite opponents helpless, often within a few rounds, demonstrates a level of superiority that Usyk hasn't quite matched. Where Usyk wins comprehensively on points, Inoue removes all doubt by removing his opponents from consciousness. This distinction forms the crux of his P4P argument that total domination at lower weights should carry equal if not greater weight than competitive excellence at heavier divisions. Terence Crawford's case for P4P supremacy presents a different, but equally compelling challenge to Inoue's claim. Crawford's flawless performance